the rose back on the stand in the finale, it's like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there were so many twists and turns throughout the journey. Like, I truly was on the edge of my seat every day, being like, what new developments are going to be happening? Right. Who's going to show up? How am I going to feel? Every day, something new is happening. So I really do feel like it was.
You did have an ex show up, right? Or I mean, it was in the trailer.
What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Jenn Tran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hopefully you're having an amazing start to your week. It's a good week for reality TV. The Bachelorette is back. We also have Love Island USA, and we have the Bachelorette herself, Jen, on this episode of the podcast. That'll be later on. So we're covering all bases in this summer season. Summer is in the full swing right now. The heat is heavy. But it's okay.
It's too heavy.
But it is summer, darling.
No, but it's too much.
Yeah, but it's like sometimes you just got to push it to the side and go, but it's summer.
But
you know?
The humidity.
Battle it out. Battle it out. Because it's summer. And then when those cold months, then we go, oh, it's too cold. So we gotta be happy for the warm months right now. There's some hesitation there.
No, well, because it's the battle. It's the internal battle of would you rather be really sweaty or really cold? And I guess really sweaty.
Wait, really?
I hate being cold.
It's hard because being cold, you can get more layers.
Right. Being really sweaty or
being
just
really sweaty, it's like
way.
You can't get naked in public.
No, you can't.
Being sweaty is disgusting.
Right. You can always add a coat. Like, you can add more layers.
You can really bundle up.
But once you get down to, like, you know,
tank top and shorts.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't go.
Yeah.
You can't go undies and no bra.
My problem is that I just also like my walk to work is not far. I mean, it's like 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. But those 10 minutes when it's this hot out, I'm like, why do I even bother blow drying my hair? You know?
You ever think about just hopping on the subway a couple blocks up?
Makes it worse.
No, actually, I was waiting for the subway and I could
subway,
not breathe.
Waiting on the subway platform when it's this hot
mm-hmm.
is even worse just to go like literally one stop.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So it's a scorcher.
You know what they should make, and I'm not sure they do. Maybe they do. I guess it would just be an ice pack that you like wrap around and put it on the back of your neck as you walk to work, and it keeps your neck cool as you're walking.
Right.
You can just, wrap
literally an
ice pack around your neck when you walk.
You could
probably feel good.
Could get it like
your whole back would be drenched though.
An icy hot.
It would be it's like an icy hot situation.
Just, yeah. It would be nice though.
Yeah, it gets you just like a little run down your back.
I need one of those like
spray bottles,
like the amusement park ones that have
the fan.
That have the fan
walk
and
with a little fan.
The fan and spray bottle combo.
Those were sick at the amusement park. Oh my god, I was hyped if we were allowed to get one of those. If it was like really hot,
especially at Disney, and they were like Disney themed.
Of course, you pick which one you want. There's so many. They have the ears on them. Yeah. The ears are the wings. Yeah, so many different layers.
I was actually overhearing a group of girls the other day talk about wanted to go to Six Flags, and I was like, damn, I have not been to Six Flags in so long. I would love to go to Six Flags.
Yeah.
I don't know what my roller coaster tolerance is like anymore. It used to be high. It's definitely gone down, but it hasn't been tested in a while.
No. Hey, want to take a trip to Six Flags?
I know.
When the weather, we needed to get a little cooler though.
Yeah, it needs to be like the fall. A little fall getaway to Six Flags.
Fun. Yeah, we could do a little.
A little place called Jackson, New Jersey.
Yeah, a live show at Six Flags.
Oh my god, I used to go to concerts at Six Flags all the time. They were awesome.
We should do a live show at Six Flags.
They would do like new up and coming artists or like Disney, like Radio Disney shows.
Oh my god,
at Six Flags.
We can maybe do that.
Yeah,
an outside live show at Six Flags. Ride the roller coasters after and before.
Yeah, there was a Radio Disney show where I feel like I saw like It's like a Jordan Pruitt. Like I was just gonna in that.
Oh my god! Literally was falling out of my mouth. I was gonna say Jordan Pruitt.
Like it's somebody in that like kind of that vibe.
She really could have been something.
What happened to her?
We had this conversation recently.
We have.
Yeah, she really.
But she's not
she had
like
that one song that was just.
She's not like Bridget Mendler, who just. I mean, granted, Bridget Mendler was also an actress who's like now, like a. Jordan Pruitt.
Didn't you have that song about wanting to fit in, and it was in that movie?
Outside Looking In.
Yeah. Oh. That was a fantastic song. Jordan Pruitt.
Jump to the rhythm.
Jump to the rhythm. Yeah, I really Jordan Pruitt. You remember the people like you wanted to be growing up.
Yeah, Jordan Pruitt was high on that list.
Adrienne Bailon. I wanted to be Adrienne Bailon with every fiber of my being because of the Cheetah Girls.
Damn, she released 2 albums, 2007 and in 2008.
I guess the Six Flags concert didn't take off.
I actually think there were some issues with her with the I think she was kind of linked to the Jonas Brothers.
What issues?
Just like record label stuff. In February 2011, it was confirmed that Pruitt was no longer under contract with Hollywood Records, but was signed to Jonas Records.
Oh, did the Jonas Brothers fuck her over?
Did they fail her? I don't know.
They fail a lot of people these days.
Her last thing was really
maybe she's living
2012.
Maybe she's living a comfortable life elsewhere, out of the spotlight. But
she went on The Voice.
Oh.
After she had that success, she went on The Voice. Wow, I don't remember that. I've watched literally every season of The Voice.
I just want Jordan Pruitt to know that she really had something. She had a spark.
She auditioned for the 3rd season of The Voice. And that aired in 2012. She sang The One That Got Away by Katy Perry.
She probably
and Christina Aguilera was the only one to turn around.
Dang. Well, if Christina Aguilera is turning around for you, that's a good sign.
I know, but she got sent home in the battles.
Oh, shit. Hey, but she has Disney.
Then she said she was going to try the country genre. December 1st, 2017, she announced she was retiring from music.
You know what? Maybe it was for the best for her. Maybe Jordan had to put that. She had her stint and it was fantastic.
Remember her fondly.
I will never forget Jordan Pruitt.
Yeah.
Ever.
She would wear those like fedoras with
cool
like the
vibe.
sparkly scarves.
What were you going to say?
No, I was just saying, whenever you talk about Christina Aguilera's like voice, I think of the Entourage scene where she's singing.
Oh God, chills, and Melissa
Aria,
won't come home. Yeah. Oh God, what a great episode. That one really fucking hits.
Yeah.
She gets the sister to plan the whole thing. Yep. She won't come home. She won't come back.
I
Ari.
hated the sister.
They had a good little battle. Ari and the sister had a little back and forth. Are you thinking of Belinda, not Jordan Pruitt with the fedoras and the sparkly scarves, or did Jordan Pruitt also wear that?
I think Jordan Pruitt also did.
But Belinda from the Cheetah Girls.
Oh, the character.
Belinda.
Yeah.
Am I saying, is it Belinda?
Yeah. The blonde.
Yes. Belinda Cheetah Girls. She specifically wears this.
Yeah, always.
The fedora and
yes.
I thought she was so cool too.
She was a solo.
Really special moment. Well, while we're on the topic of music, we're going to do a Cito playlist segment, and we're also going to talk about other topics on today's show. We are going to be covering the Gypsy Rose pregnancy announcement, of course. Devil Wears Prada is getting a sequel, and the Bethenny Frankel, Aurora Culpo, Bethany's ex-fiancé love triangle situation, and an interview with Jenn, the newest Bachelorette. So let's get into it, and we're going to start off with the Cito playlist. Summer is heating up. We talked about the heat, and the heat is here. Macy's is here for all of your big and small summer moments and all of your summer's greatest hits. From your next barbecue to a sandy beach, you know we are headed to a sandy beach and to a weekend getaway right after that. We're going to need all the things from Macy's. So we have some cute little sundresses, some cute little mini dresses. I got some new sandals from Macy's that I will be wearing during the summer, because sometimes I feel like when the summer hits, you don't know what kind of sandals to wear, but I got a cute little pair from Macy's. And right now you could shop at Macys.com/summerhits or in store to find the summer hits that fit you. What do you want? A new sundress, a new mini dress, skirts, tank tops, shorts, keep it casual, some new sandals, a cute little kitten heel. Macy's has it. So go to Macys.com/summerhits or shop in store.
As we're workshopping the name, what do we think?
So we're workshopping the name. We're just calling it the Cito playlist because we're not ranking songs. We're just putting together a list of 10 songs each that we happen to be listening to that week.
Right.
And it could be old. It could be new.
Yep.
I know I'm gonna have a lot of old songs on there, and I'm not talking like old. Like I'm talking like maybe a couple of years ago. Like just arranges all.
Sometimes you just dip back in. There's like one you want to listen to a lot.
So I don't want to say like 10 new songs. You know, there's hard to put a label on it. So we're just gonna call it the Cito playlist.
But we were struggling because we were fooling around with the top 10 tunes. Yeah, which just alliteration is always nice. But then that feels like it's top song, like we're ranking them.
Yeah, and we don't want to rank them.
No,
but I think we just say this.
It's just what's tickling our little eardrums.
If we're making a Cito playlist, we want these 10 songs to be added.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to look at it.
That's how Caleb thought of that name, huh?
10 ticklers?
Yeah.
What?
I just said whatever tickles your eardrums.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even really thinking about that.
Something that you just say, this has to be on the playlist.
Should we just like text Caleb and be like, hey, we're taking the name?
Yeah, honestly.
Like honestly, like you don't use it.
No.
Cito's
hand it over.
That would be funny. And
Cito's ticklers.
And
Cito's ticklers?
And I bet he would like that. But I kind of like the idea of just the Cito playlist and 10 songs we want to throw on the playlist.
Yep.
I think that's fun.
Cito's, you described it the other day, like itching your brain or like it itches.
That nice scratch in your brain.
Scratchers.
Cito scratchies.
Cito's ear.
We're getting too complicated now.
I think, keep it in the fairway.
Yeah. Straightforward.
Cito
playlist.
Very straightforward. Weekly watch report.
Cito playlist.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We're not trying to trick anybody or bamboozle anybody.
We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here, people.
We're just giving you straightforward. So let's go around, friend. You start off. 10 songs you're putting on the playlist.
Okay, I have mine written down.
All right.
In a notebook.
Nice.
I know.
Wow.
I found it hard for me to keep track of my phone last time. A little, I was just bouncing around.
Wait, did you have this ready to go, or you just put them down?
I did it when I was sitting at my desk.
Okay. I was gonna say you didn't take notes throughout the whole week.
No, I was not.
She's like, oh, this one's
No, I was like, I just carry around a notebook on me.
Well, I put it in my notes app when I was really listening to a song a lot. I threw it in my notes app.
I think that's so fine.
Everybody has their method.
Okay. All right. So I have there was a lot of new ones on here, a mix. And there are some that I listen to a lot.
Are we trying to avoid repeats? I asked that before.
I think we're trying to avoid repeats of our own.
I did not repeat.
Of our own.
But we might have the same songs.
Because here's the thing. It's I've been listening to 2 Most Wanted for the whole
Yeah.
At some
was
point,
that on your list last time we did this?
No, it was on your list.
Okay, well,
and
that's
I had
fine.
a different Beyonce. So
okay, you could throw it on yours.
All right.
It can be on yours. We'll allow it. Okay. Us featuring Taylor Swift, Gracie Abrams.
Nice.
I honestly, if I could make this entire playlist the entire Gracie Abrams album, I would. I've been listening to it on repeat. Love the album. So I have 2 Gracie Abrams songs.
Fair.
Which is fair because it's I want to show that I'm really listening to Gracie right now, and I am. So the other one I'll put on is Risk. I like that one a lot too. And then specifically this weekend, and I know everybody's been listening to it. Chapel's having her big moment right now. Everyone's freaking out. But the amount of times my friends put these songs on repeat, we listened every single time we went to go get ready. It was the first song to play. And then we went out Saturday night, and the band, it was a cover band that was playing at the bar. They had 3 female singers. Awesome.
Yeah,
very
that's amazing.
Cool. And they were like, does anybody know Chapel Roan? And then they were like, here's Red Wine Supernova. And then they played it, and it was just our 4 friends being freaking out.
Yeah.
Freaking out. The guys who were with were like, what is this?
Yeah, but great moment.
We're like, yeah, you don't need to know.
Full circle moment for the weekend.
So Red Wine Supernova and Hot to Go are going on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to have repeats.
Yep. Yeah. Mount Joy put out a live album. It was recorded last year. They put out a live album from a show in Chicago. It's awesome. They have a lot of they play covers in their concerts, so it's in the it's on the album. Duh. So they do a cover of Dreams. It's awesome. Great.
That's sick.
So Dreams live with the Salt Shed, Mount Joy. And Kygo put out a new album. I like it. I got to do it. They won't fucking come back on our show, but it is what it is. At what point do I look desperate? I've passed that point already.
The Jonas Brothers?
Yeah, so I might as well just
keep going. We're going to talk about how Joe Jonas went on Jake Shane's podcast. And they keep denying coming on.
They just continue to pass on our asses.
They do.
We've been passed by.
We've been passed.
The amount of times we've been passed
we
in
need
the
to
last
be,
4
we
years.
need to be completely honest. The amount of times
oh my God.
that we have when the Jonas Brothers are doing press and that they have said no to doing our show. Like, we have to just be completely
I know.
Never
honest.
forget when they came on 100, they said we'll be back for 150,
Yeah.
200.
Yeah, they
We're at 7.
they
We're
have
almost at 800.
passed on every single
No, I
opportunity
am El
to come back.
Desperado because it's still on my
Yeah.
list. Kygo Jonas Brothers. They are featured on a song on Kygo's new album. It's good. It's called Healing. Shattered
I
Heart.
just feel like we're at the point where we're like, what did we do? What did we do wrong? Because they said no, and we just get it. We get the feedback, and it's like they're passing this time, maybe next time, and then next time it's like they're passing this time. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
We're not cool anymore. It's all right.
Maybe I scared him. I don't know.
No.
Cowboys Cry 2. It's Kelsey Ballerini's new song with Noah Khan. Great collaboration.
That is a good collaboration.
Didn't really see that coming as a collab. Great collaboration. And then I have a couple new ones that I listened to from New Music Friday that I really liked, and that was Ever Seen by, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. I hope I am. I've been listening to her for a while. And some songs I really like, and some songs I'm like, oh, God, this is not for me. This one I like. Biba Doobie.
Never heard.
Her name is literally Beabadoobe.
Okay. Your guess is as good as mine.
Beabadoobe. Something like that.
I like it. Yeah.
And then Daisies by Good Neighbors. And then I'm putting on my last one for the playlist on my side is The Girl So Confusing version with Lorde. Charlie XCX and Lorde.
Fun.
Yep.
That's a fun one.
Yep.
That's a
And
good list.
That's my 10.
Solid list. All right, I'll do my 10. I don't know. It's confusing because I don't have a lot of new songs on here. Okay, I'm going to go. My first one is Hot to Go, Chaperone. This just reminds me of like an early 2000s girly pop movie. Like the movie Sleepover, Aquamarine. I'm just like, H-O-T-T. Like, I'm just smiling and like moving my hands in the air, and I feel so good listening to it. So that is going to be my number one.
There was an article that came out. Oh yes, it was Rolling Stone. That I just loved the headline. I didn't read it, but I loved the headline. Welcome to the Hannah Montana generation of pop music.
Fucking love that.
It said Miley Cyrus and her hit Jizzy show accidentally raised a whole new generation of Maine pop girls, and pop music hasn't been this fun in years.
That's a perfect way to describe it. Like, I just feel like I'm in early 2000s movie, TV show when I listen to that song.
Yeah.
So that'll be number one.
Great song.
Then I'm going to do Summer Jam is the Underdog Project, the Jerome remix. That's just like a good little house techno.
Okay.
Ain't nothing but a summer jam. You know, that song gets me going, and it's summer. So that's in full effect. Where You Are, John Summit. That's just a big one right now.
Yeah,
and I do love it. I'm sure if I was out this weekend, I maybe would have gotten sick of hearing it.
No.
But I haven't. I'm going to the Jersey Shore in 2 weeks, so I'm sure I'll hear it a ton.
Yeah, you will.
But I haven't heard it out recently.
I mean, when it plays in the club.
Yeah, it gets people going. But I haven't experienced that just yet. So Where You Are, John Summit's going on there. Sweet Honey Buckin', Beyonce. That's still one of my favorites from the album. Love it. Sundress, A$AP Rocky. That's an oldie but a goodie.
That's a great summer.
Yeah,
summer song.
it's more of a summer vibe. Sex and Candy, Marcy Playground. Just a nice slow like, you know. I love Sex and Candy, which is relatable.
Wait, oh, is that I love sex and candy?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just saying.
No,
like,
no.
as a person, you love sex and
No,
you
that's
love
the
candy.
lyrics of the song.
It's the lyrics of the song, and I was saying it's relatable. Like, who doesn't love sex and candy?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Summer in New York, Sophie Tucker. Just feel like when summer comes back around, that's the song that just gets you going. Summer in New York. Even though I haven't spent a ton of time in New York this summer because we're bopping around, but obviously still. Back at the rotation for me, Water by Tyla. Feels like a summer song.
Yeah.
It feels like I was listening to it the most when it wasn't summer.
I was listening to Truth or Dare a couple times last week.
Nothing's more fitting than Make Me Sweat right now.
Yeah,
so.
and I just felt like it came out like I was listening to it when it wasn't warm.
Yeah.
And now I want to listen to it when it's warm because it has a whole different effect for me. Self-Control, Frank Ocean. That's just a nice, like, slower, you know, you're on the plane, you're kind of listening to slower music. Yeah, there's Blonde for me, that album just has some of the best. Self-Control, Solo, Nikes, those three for me are great. And then my most controversial pick,
Saved it for last.
Yeah, I saved it for last because it's highly controversial. Family Matters by Drake. Now, in this battle between Drake and Kendrick, people were trying to decide what the best song was, right? I think people can all agree on Not Like Us by Kendrick is like the one that gets everybody going.
So says Serena Williams.
Yeah, it gets everybody going. That's
the thing. She was mentioned in the song. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah. Okay. It's the number one. It gets everybody going. He did the music video. The music video was cool. Everybody's dancing to it. Not Like Us. Like, it's great. It's the number one. But Family Matters was so slept on because of the way Kendrick kind of just
overshadowed,
bulldozed it.
Mm-hmm.
If Kendrick never, because there were already a couple songs in that battle, if Kendrick never came back that fast, Family Matters would be the best song out of the battle, in my personal opinion. Not Like Us takes all.
Yeah.
But say he kind of just let it die after that. Euphoria was really good.
Euphoria
was really good, but Family Matters to me, the different changes, the whole thing.
Push-Ups was really good.
Push-Ups was good too, but Family Matters, I'm like, this gets me going. It gets me going. When I was listening to it on my walk the other day, I went a very far distance without realizing, because I walked way further than intended.
Honestly,
because of this song.
So during the whole last week, I was trying to stay healthy. So I was going on runs with my mom every day, and I would listen.
Cute.
So there was a playlist that was like every song from the battle, like just in a row. So I would listen to that. It pretty much got me through the whole run.
In chronological order.
And I just
it
kind of hyped me up.
Oh, yeah. I've done that plenty of times at the gym
even
recently.
the tailor-made
I'm
thing,
doing
all
of them at the gym. I'm like, well, let's just run this back because it's going to just motivate, you're like, you get yourself in the zone, like you're in the battle. You're like, exactly. Oh, fuck, you're in the back and forth. So I do feel that. And I'm going to put it on there because I can't lie. I've been listening to it over and over again. So that's my number 10.
Yeah. Honorable mention on my part for all of those songs because I have been listening to them like nonstop. I just feel like I can't keep putting.
Same. I mean, Not Like Us is an honorable mention as well, but I can't keep putting it on.
No, right.
Yeah. As well as Beyonce's entire album because that is all of those songs I've been listening to.
Here, this is my thing. I do like to listen to new songs. I put them in the rotation, but I listen to so much of the same stuff. I've been listening to that Crazy Abrams album on repeat, but I am still going into Beyonce. I'm still going into Dua Lipa. I'm still going into Tortured Poets.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my first song, Tears Dry on Their Own by Amy Winehouse. I feel like these 10 are more of like because last week, you were
on the vibing.
Cape, just summer.
Yeah.
This new song that the band The Dip put out, I put them on the last time, Fill My Cup. They're like I would say like not that well known of a band, but I feel like Fran would like them.
Is it like folky?
No, it's not folky. I don't know how to describe it. Like more, I guess like a mix of soul and they're not too far off from Mountjoy, if I had to say, but maybe like a little more upbeat. Lovers in Japan, Coldplay.
Great song.
See You Again. Also, I feel like Coldplay.
What?
No.
Wiz Khalifa?
No. I was just gonna say something about Coldplay. I feel like I don't know why they get a bad rap, but
I agree.
But they recently had that huge concert. It was at Glastonbury, and I think people are like, yeah, like I don't know, like I'm gonna say it. I love I don't know why it's even controversial.
I don't know. Why is it controversial?
Coldplay is like one of the greatest bands of the last 20 years.
Everyone like wanted to get too cool and be like, oh, Coldplay, like what? Like it's just, and I don't know why that happened. Coldplay's fucking awesome.
Coldplay's awesome, and I'll do you one more. Nickelback's awesome. Sue me.
Yeah.
Nickelback has some.
So fair.
Nickelback has some
Coldplay,
fucking fantastic songs. I mean, Coldplay blows Nickelback.
Yeah, not even the same stratosphere.
No, it's not the same comparison. But people really shit on Nickelback.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nickelback has great songs.
Some of my favorite concerts I've ever been to are Coldplay concerts.
Yeah, I still haven't gone. I want to go.
Oh my god, great shows.
But like especially the first few albums, like even the song Orphans off the like more recent album, they have great stuff. See You Again by Tyler the Creator. That's
there
great.
You
that's
go.
a great
Okay.
summer.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great summer song. This Old Cowboy by Marcus King. He's doing a cover of. It was a Marshall Tucker Band song, but that's just another bluesy good song.
He's cool.
Marcus King.
Yeah.
I'm seeing him in the fall. I'm excited.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Joe loves him.
Oh, he's awesome. He has some like really good covers too. Doo-Wop, That Thing, Lauryn Hill. That's another like just.
It's a great one.
You're in the summer vibes.
I am. Sweet Virginia by the Rolling Stones.
Oh yeah,
these are just like a lot of car songs.
Windows rolled down.
Really feeling it.
Murray's got his head through the windshield.
You're in a music video.
Sunroof,
yeah.
You got sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Maybe throw them on the top of your head to like feel the music video.
Yeah. Apollo by St. Paul and the Broken Bones. That's a very
good band.
Upbeat. Big Yellow Taxi, Counting Crows.
Always slaps.
They're another one where like I don't know, maybe I could probably not name you more than 5 Counting Crows songs, but all of them are amazing.
But when you hear them, and then you go, oh, I know that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Caravan by Van Morrison. Van Morrison's like a big summer vibe.
Nice.
Cool guy list.
Yeah, that's a good list. That's a really good list.
You know what's really funny though is, and I get what people said when we did this the first time, that I feel like we all have different, like there is some crossover, but I feel like we all come up with like unique lists that when it is all combined, it's a really good playlist. Like
you're hitting every
it's gonna go from
zone.
Family Matters to Van Morrison.
No, like I mean I don't know.
Right.
It's a mix.
I feel like we all cover
genre.
Different.
Yeah.
And all of us have mixed.
There's
on
a little
playlist.
something for everyone.
There is. There is something.
We will put together a playlist.
Yeah, we should.
So that we can have everything.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Cool.
Well, that's our Cito playlist for the week.
Yeah.
And we'll put something together. That was fun. I like talking about the songs we're listening to.
So do I.
I was gonna say if anyone has like a very creative, cool name for this segment, maybe like throw it out. But unless you guys are set on Cito playlist.
It's the Cito playlist.
It's the Cito playlist.
And we don't have to be ashamed of it.
No.
It's the Cito playlist.
Yep.
There you go.
Unless somebody sends us something.
Something
that
blows
blows our
wow, this
fucking
would be
socks
amazing.
off.
Yeah, right. Yep. And of course, credit to them.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that wraps up the Cito playlist of the week. I am still looking to get Sabrina Carpenter tickets. I don't know which show yet, but I feel like it's a miss not to see Sabrina Carpenter. And did you know right now you can get Sabrina Carpenter tickets in New York for as low as $173 thanks to Game Time. That's right, thanks to Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all of the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. There's flash deals for sudden discounts, zone deals for when you're feeling flexible, and their lowest price guaranteed, which means that if you can find the same seats for less anywhere else, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Game Time is the best place for last minute tickets with up to 60% off your favorite events. So what are you waiting for? I'm really thinking about getting those tickets. I'm sure you're thinking about getting Sabrina Carpenter tickets too. Go ahead and buy those tickets thanks to Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. All right, let's get into some topics. Gypsy Rose announced she is expecting child.
Yep.
Gypsy Rose is with child. And I'm going to be as respectful as possible and just say congratulations, Gypsy, because
was she the best?
if I wasn't being respectful, I am being respectful.
Yep.
But if I wasn't being respectful,
Yeah.
I would say that I don't think this is fantastic. Right. But because there's a child on the way and I want to respect the child, then I will say congratulations. But if I wasn't being respectful, I would say I'm worried. But I'm being respectful. So congratulations.
She is expecting her first child. She's 32. She did the show is out right now. The reality show where she was still with the ex.
Sorry, my hair is literally going into my pits.
It's
It's like in.
What is it? What goes in your armpits
It's
and
just
it
literally
tickles?
getting
I
stuck
hate
in my
that.
pit.
Yeah.
It looks like I have the hairiest
Yeah.
bits of all the time. I'm just like heaving my hair in my pits and just letting them fall out like that. Sorry.
And now she and her boyfriend, Ken, who, she left the ex-fiancé, ended that.
And clearly his dick wasn't fire enough.
No, it was not. Ken's, however, who knows what she would say now, because
Olympian.
we're talking babies.
Why did I just say Olympian?
Oh,
Ew.
Ew.
Ew. Ew.
So, anyway.
Ugh. I want to take that back. We cut that out.
No.
Jeez.
She put out a video on YouTube to reveal she was 11. She's 11 weeks pregnant. She's due in January. She said this was not planned at all. This was completely unexpected, but we're both very excited to take on this new journey of parenthood. She said, I know that there are going to be people who feel like I'm not ready to be a mother.
Yes.
Her response.
If I was being disrespectful, I would say that.
Her response, I don't know if anyone's really ready to be a mother. And you know what? Touche.
You know what, Gypsy? You got me there.
Touche.
You can never be
Are you
totally
ever really ready?
Is anybody ever really ready?
Yeah.
Her mom wasn't ready.
You just take the leap.
No, her mom certainly wasn't ready.
Nope. As she said, I just want to be a good mother for my child. I want to be everything my mother wasn't. Which is extremely fair, and I think it would it would move in that direction, because it's like you want to be the opposite of your parents so badly. So
It's when they're like Gypsy's mom.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, that's as bad as it gets. It's just, and it was less that, but it's really only been a short amount of time that she's reconnected with Ken.
Who can't be trusted.
They did have the relationship before.
She was in jail.
She was
in jail. They didn't have a real relationship.
Well,
she was in jail.
An emotional one.
They had listen.
As soon as they had the chance to make it physical,
they did. They jumped. They jumped
did.
at the opportunity. And let me just say, there's not one person that can convince me that they're like, yes, Gypsy, this is great.
Right. Well, yeah, I think you're right.
Like, what? Like, the more we talk about this, the more I'm like, this is, I'm being respectful though. Congratulations.
No, because I find it more like in the relationship aspect, that it's like, oh, soon.
Yes, all of it combined is what makes it insane.
She has every right to be a mother at some point.
No, of course. You can't just tell Gypsy Rose she can't be a mom just because she killed her mom.
She has every right to be a mom.
Can you, I don't know. She wants to be a mother, and she has that right and that opportunity.
Yep.
And
Ken is
she
the father.
wants to be a good mom, but she, was just engaged to another guy. Now she's
Poor
with this
Ryan
guy.
Must just be questioning where he went wrong,
All the guys that were sending Gypsy letters are like, where did we all go wrong?
Yep.
So yeah.
Ken sealed the deal.
He sure did. Okay, moving on.
Yep.
Congrats, Gypsy. I do wish Gypsy all the best. I truly do. Devil Wears Prada sequel is in the works.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Frustrations?
I'm torn.
Comments?
I'm torn down the middle, I think, because Miranda Priestley is such a fantastic character.
Mm-hmm.
That
one of a kind.
Yes. That it only feels right that there's more to her story. Like, she's such a great character. Like, it would be cool to see where that goes. But I don't know. I worry about what direction they're going to take it in, right? Because they said, it's Miranda Priestley's still in her role, but now we're in like the world of magazines kind of being a failing industry and what that means, which makes me think the movie could be like a little cheesy.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that. I want to keep it, it's like, I don't want to be reminded that magazines are becoming a fallen art. I'm trying to bring magazines back.
Right. So
I want to be nostalgic about the early 2000s times. I don't want to go, we're all on our phones nowadays, even though we are.
I don't know if, is everybody signed on? Oh, no. The original film screenwriter, Aileen Brosh McKenna, is in talks to return to pen the next chapter. Well, that's always good. I like when the person who did the original, works on the sequel, and, you know, has the same kind of tone then, I think. Who from the original cast will return is not clear, but the storyline reportedly follows Priestley as she navigates her career amid the decline of traditional magazine publishing and faces off against Blunt's character, now a high-powered executive for a luxury group with advertising dollars that Priestley desperately needs.
Oh, I like that. If Emily Blunt's going to be like high-power character, then sign me up.
Yeah, I'll be honest, like, I like this blueprint.
Yeah. I feel like I've been taken on a bit of a roller coaster for the description of this movie, and now I'm back on it.
Yeah.
I'm back for it.
Well, it's like she's working, Miranda Priestley, you know, that's, at that time, it's, what's the name of the magazine?
Remember, I only watched this like very recently for the first time.
God,
maybe
I
last year.
know this. What did you say?
Posh? Pose?
No, that's 13 going on 30.
Yeah, yes.
Poise.
She's the editor-in-chief of Runway.
Right down the middle kind of name.
Runway is on the decline, but Emily Blunt's like taking some new high-powered job somewhere else. She's got all the dollars, maybe more digital
print,
digital-based,
digital dollars
for a luxury group. So it's interesting because if they're saying that storyline reportedly follows that, you would think Emily Blunt would be signed on to do it, but I guess they can't confirm.
Here's the thing.
They just can't confirm who is returning or not.
Make it a feature film.
Oh, it will be.
Make it a production. I don't want just a little streaming service film.
No.
I want a feature. A big one. On the movie theater screen at my local AMC.
Now, would you want
popcorn and snow caps?
Would you want
Vinny Chase to come back?
Oh my God! No, I wasn't even gonna ask about it. Would you want Anne Hathaway to be back in a big role, or does she get more of like maybe a cameo position because she's off doing something else also?
No, I either want you
Emily Blunt and Meryl Streep.
I want Anne Hathaway all the way in or all the way out.
Right.
I don't want a little cheesy little cameo.
Like, jump in, jump out.
No, I want all the way in or all the way out.
I kind of feel like Anne Hathaway would love a cheesy cameo, though.
She would, but at the same time, it's like, then that becomes less feature film to me.
Right. But it doesn't really. I don't really know if Andy's got a role in that battle.
Right.
Are we gonna make that battle a 3-person battle? Maybe she's like just a high-powered author now.
High power, and who's gonna write the article? Who's gonna write about these two? Yeah. Who's to say? But if Emily Blunt signs on and Meryl Streep signs on, I'm in.
Yeah. I just think if those two do it, there's no way Anne Hathaway's going to be like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, like invite me back.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to be left out.
She can't be.
Yeah,
that would be unfair.
Exactly.
She's the star of the show.
Yeah. It's her movie.
Right. Last topic, and it's a quick one because the triangle ended quickly.
Yeah.
Bethenny Frankel's ex-fiancé, Paul Bernon, was dating Aurora Culpo, which is Olivia Culpo's sister. Older sister. And they were seen canoodling.
Mm-hmm.
And then quickly after, they're broken up.
Yeah.
Like the breakup has been announced. Quickly after Bethenny Frankel like was calling it embarrassing.
Yes, and then I also think it was Bethenny who said that she had heard that they had already broken up. Yeah,
when I saw the pictures, it made me seem like those pictures were delayed because they had broken up like so quickly after that.
Bethenny Frankel is sharing how she really feels about those rumors regarding her former fiance Paul and Aurora Culpo. She said, I have messaged with Olivia. She said this on her podcast. I reached out to her before this media spectacle got out of hand, and she responded to me, which is sweet because she just got married. She suggested the conversation went well. She was really nice, and she said she's a fan, and she has all my books, and she really looks up to me, and that was really kind. And it was actually a nice warm blanket during this whole crazy thing. And the whole thing started after Bethenny and Paul ended their engagement after 6 years together. She said the breakup was something that she had initiated, but she then talked about how like the last week she saw her name in the headlines being portrayed as the jilted ex, dating somebody younger and the whole thing. So, But it really kind of like came out of nowhere because all these articles came out about this new relationship too, and then they were putting the puzzle pieces together because on Aurora's podcast, which they obviously recorded pre-wedding, I believe. They recorded pre-wedding, but it came out July 3rd. Olivia was like, he's not invited to the wedding.
Yeah, I that was a very fair clip.
Right, so she had said, he's not invited to the wedding. And they were kind of joking about it, and they're sisters. Like Aurora was like, oh, like that's rude, and she was like, no, what's rude is inviting somebody that I've never met. I think that there was something.
Maybe he was like, damn, no invite, I'm out then.
Right.
The only reason I was dating you was to get invited to the Christian McCaffrey wedding. Otherwise, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of sounds like Aurora may be just dating and very casually dating, because the way like Olivia joked that was like, oh, you want to invite your flavor of the month? Like, no. Like, sorry, he's going to be gone. And guess what?
Yeah.
Apparently he is. Apparently he is already. And like she joked, she was like, sorry, it's not a reflection on him. It's a reflection of you.
Damn.
Aurora did set the record straight, noting that while her boyfriend, whose name she declined to share, wouldn't be attending the wedding itself, he was going to spend time with the whole family the day before the rehearsal dinner. So it was like, oh, before wedding festivities, since all the family would be together, I was like, oh, he'll come like meet people. But sounds like maybe that was all of a sudden it took on a life of its own, because the breakup was like, oh, like I think they were, casually dating, and then all this like hit the press, and it was like, whoa, okay, like no,
whoa, never mind, we're not dating,
like no thanks,
and I'm also not meeting the family.
Yeah, like no, like we're good.
Yeah,
and it's that's very fair. That's a sometimes that can be a controversial conversation of somebody in the family, you got it, they were getting a wedding invite or not.
Mm-hmm.
And Olivia saying, I've never met him. Fair.
Yeah.
I don't think you should have to invite anybody to your wedding that you've never met.
I totally agree with that. You don't want to meet someone for the first time.
Right, exactly. The thought of introducing myself on the dance floor to somebody like in my wedding dress, and like having somebody come up and be like, oh, Fran, like meet blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, oh, that's the last thing I want to do.
I guess, but at the same time, like, I feel like you're so happy. You're like, hey, nice to meet you. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Like, if somebody brings someone as a date and they've been dating maybe for like a couple months and like you haven't had the chance, and it's like, oh, like, hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Because you're so you're like, what do you care in that moment? That you're not mad someone's there, that you gave the invite, and then you're like, hey, nice to meet you. Like, you're having the time of your life.
Well, yeah, you gave the invite. I just don't know if I would give a +1, That depends. If you give an invite which is an open-ended +1.
No, give an invite with a plus. Yeah.
That's totally different.
Right.
Because then it's like, well, they can bring whoever they want.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets a +1.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it's like, if there's like a, hey, like somebody's asking to invite their new significant other that I have not met, it's probably going to be a no.
Strict.
In my, It's just like I don't know. It's just like an intimate thing. Like it's your wedding, and it's all the people that you love and you want to share in that moment. And like, I just don't want random people there.
Yeah. Strangers, I guess.
Yeah. Literal strangers.
And I feel like it is different though if it's like your literal family member. That I feel like that's like, okay, I should definitely meet them before, because you're going to be with the family the whole time. But like a distant guest,
no, totally.
I think is maybe a little
And it's
different.
like, if they really want that person to be invited, then you got to make the effort to put that person in front of my face before my wedding,
Yeah,
like,
fair.
Like you want that person to be there, then you got to set up a meeting.
A dinner.
Yes. Some kind of date, maybe a double date.
Yeah.
Something that's like
something cute, something fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just so I'm not like, hey, nice to meet you, I'm Fran at my own wedding,
Mm-hmm. Introducing yourself.
Yeah.
All right. That wraps up the topics.
Yeah. You don't have to be selling out stadiums to feel like you're chilling backstage. You just need a cold Coors Light. Coors Light wants to make your summer more chill with limited edition backstage 6-packs curated by some of your favorite artists. Because music plus Coors Light equals chill amplified. When you embrace a chill mindset, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. Coors Light is a mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. You can crack open an ice cold Coors Light whenever the moment calls, especially when you're listening to some of your favorite music. It's summertime, you're sitting outside, you got your favorite music on. Maybe you're listening to the Cito playlist and you're cracking open an ice cold Coors Light. So amplify your chill this summer with Coors Light. Choose chill, choose Coors Light. Visit CoorsLight.com/summermusic to see how Coors Light can amplify your summer. And be sure to keep an eye out on Coors Light's social handles and Coors Light Backstage 6pack.com all summer long for the drops. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by the newest Bachelorette, Jenn Tran. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm pumped to be here.
We're happy to have you.
We are pumped to be here. We're pumped for a new season.
Yep.
How are you feeling? How long have you been waiting for this moment?
I mean, I'm feeling really good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever dreamed of like being the Bachelorette necessarily, but like to be just like where I am today and be like the lead of my own story and to have it like on display for everyone to see. Like I'm really excited about that. I know like how many people I'm gonna inspire just like being unique in the first of my position, you know. Yeah. But I also don't really feel like, I don't know if it's completely hit me yet. I was at a bar with my friends and I watched it last night and it was nice to do that. But I felt like we were just watching home videos together.
Right.
Yeah. It didn't really hit me that millions of people are going to see this.
Like, I lived through this, so I remember, but now everybody else is watching.
It's kind of crazy.
And the premiere just happened, so you're just getting things started, but like, how your story ends or begins at this point.
Yeah.
But you have to keep this locked in for everyone else to see. How hard is that for you right now? Especially doing interviews, you're sitting down with us, you're sitting down with a million other people. How do you contain yourself?
I don't know. It's surprisingly not totally too hard. I think I'm just really, really excited about it all. So I'm excited for it to all unfold. But I think I'm like a really good secret keeper. So,
there you go.
So I don't.
So right, you got it.
No
you're
slips.
on lock anyway.
Yeah.
So you got it. But it's been a few months now. We've been on, obviously a little bit of a break from watching a Bachelor Nation show. So we're back. Mm-hmm. But we the big announcement of you becoming the Bachelorette really took the world by storm. Everyone was excited and surprised, but like how did you feel like when they approached you to be the Bachelorette?
So it was like a little bit after Joey's season had ended and I got a call about coming in for an interview and then some other meetings about it, and I wasn't sure about it yet. I'm the kind of person that will take any opportunity just because that's who I am. I'm a Sagittarius. Like I'm gonna say yes. But so I did the interviews and I was thinking about it, and obviously like I'm a hopeless romantic. I've always wanted to like find my person, go on a love journey and all that stuff. But I didn't know if I wanted to be a public figure, like because I knew it would be a big step and something that I would have to fully like sit and think through if I wanted this for myself. And so I eventually made the decision and I said yes, but it wasn't an immediate yes. It definitely, I had to think about it,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a good decision to think about. You don't want to just say yes immediately. You have to weigh all the possible consequences that come with it and then make the decision like, you know what, well, I might find my person. So, so why not? But yeah, I think, people were so like excited and surprised, like Fran said, but you had begun literally immediately after that announcement, right? Like as soon as it was announced, you were just taken away to start the show.
Yeah.
What was that like for you to not even really have that moment to take in the announcement?
Yeah, honestly, it was probably really good for me, I think, to not really get in my head about it, because I think there were a lot of opinions surrounding that time. And I don't really think I understood it until I got back from filming. So it was good that I didn't have any like of that outside noise influencing my decision making or the way I had felt about something.
For sure.
Moment. So,
yeah, totally. Just to focus on the journey and not have anything in the back of your head. You got to really focus on yourself. Were you really excited to be able to showcase your personality, because you do have such a bubbly personality that I think we saw in the little glimpse of your announcement, and even the first episode, that maybe we didn't see as much on Joey's season.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was so excited for people to learn about me and to get to know my story, but I wasn't necessarily like, I can't wait for everyone to see all these different sides of my personality. I wasn't going into the journey thinking like I need to like showcase everything. It was more like I went to the journey just being myself and really trying to go through this love journey, which ended up being a lot of self-growth too. So that's what I'm really most excited for people to watch and kind of resonate with is I feel like I jumped through a lot of hurdles throughout the season and it's going to be fun to kind of watch back.
Yeah.
You kind of had to fight through a lot of different, I guess, like rumors and such of like when the Bachelorette announcement was made and different stories being told. How did you kind of navigate all of that when you got off the show or finished the show?
Yeah, so when I came back from filming, there were a lot of narratives out there, and you know, at the end of the day, all I want to do is focus on my journey, because at that point I had finished and I was like, I want everyone to be focused on this, and there's no point in going back and rectifying anything. But what I wanted to say was that, you know, there were a lot of people up in contention for the position and all this stuff, and that every year it's the same process, and that's just the truth of it. But what I want to focus on is the fact that, you know, this beautiful journey happened, and I was so excited for everyone to see it, and now that this time is finally here, and the journey is finally beginning for everybody else too.
Right.
Definitely. Let's dive into night one.
Yeah.
First of all, jump scare. I couldn't believe it. I gasped. It wasn't the mansion.
Yes.
Where were you?
I
was like, well, first of all, I recognized it because I did watch we all watched Listen to My Heart.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay.
That was a lockdown show.
Yes. But how was that? It was a totally different place.
Yeah. Obviously, the Bachelor Mansion has a lot of like nostalgia to it. So I was like, oh dang, like I'm not going to see the Bachelor Mansion. But also, I was really excited to be at a new mansion because I felt like my season was already going to be breaking the mold in a lot of different ways. And I was like, great, another way that my season's going to be different. And I was excited about that.
Totally. That's such a great outlook because like you said, you are breaking the mold, and it's like also new energy. Like there's a lot of stuff that has happened. A lot of stuff that has happened in the mansion. Yeah. So to kind of have your own spot.
Was there a reason that was shared or no of why the Bachelor Mansion was not used?
Not that I know of. I don't know.
It was just a change up.
Yeah, just a little change up, and I loved it. I blessed it with some really good vibes, some energy, and it was great.
What's the biggest surprise that came to you while filming that you were most thrown off by, that maybe you had a different perception of what it was going to be going into it?
The biggest surprise about filming. Well, I don't know. I don't think that I realized how hard it would be dating 25 men, but also how much that I would maybe enjoy it. Like I love to flirt, so it was like kind of fun to like feel out all these different connections and relationships, and I thought it was a really good learning experience for me.
There were some great limo entrances, but your entrance was also fantastic.
Iconic. Yeah. Thank you.
What I think people are also always so fascinated by the fashion and what goes into that, and like the night one dress. How many options did you have? Like, did you get to pick? Were the options laid out for you?
Yeah, so I have a very nice stylist and the stylist team who picked out a bunch of options for me. And I got to try on all these dresses. It was like every girl's like makeover princess dream. I tried on these beautiful, beautiful, expensive gowns. And I eventually landed on that one, and I just thought I liked the way it hugged my figure. I love the color of white. I thought it was like very significant to like the beginning of the journey. Yeah. So I was really excited about it.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I feel like maybe, the picking your looks might be one of the most fun parts. I mean,
absolutely.
You have a great look going on right now. You got slippers on with your jumpsuit, which we love and appreciate. You're looking comfy as can be. And the green is a great color, bold. So was that just so much fun being able to pick your looks?
So much fun. Unfortunately, I couldn't wear my UGG slippers during my dinner dates, but I would have if I could have.
Immediately after when you get home, you're changing into
them.
Oh
my gosh,
right,
all the time.
Yeah.
I was bringing them with me like in the car and stuff when we go to these dates.
I gotta give the feet of rest.
Yeah, all the time.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, speaking of going back home after filming, what was it like for you to decompress at the end of the night? Or at the end of the morning?
Immediately when I hit the pillow, I was like out. Like,
really?
I was just like tired all the time. I mean, it's just, you're going through so much every day. You're going on these crazy dates. You're experiencing so many emotions all in one day. So you're like physically and mentally just exhausted by the end of the day. And I would always just get like the best night's sleep ever.
That's amazing because I feel like it could go either way. Like you're either out or you're up overthinking everything.
I don't think so. It works out for me.
Kind of just cruise right in. You're in cruise control. You're like, how did I end up here?
You know how people are like, when you're just like silent and people are like, what are you thinking about? There's nothing going on.
That's amazing.
It's empty.
That's a dream.
Honestly, it's so fun.
Especially in that situation.
My friends were actually just joking about this the past weekend. Like one of my friends was just like, isn't it crazy that just when you're talking, like words are, you're just coming out of your mouth. Right. But you know, what else is up there?
What are
you thinking about?
That's going to freak me out while we're in the process of interviewing.
I know.
Like, is my brain functioning right now?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what am I?
Yeah, no, but it's like when you're driving somewhere and then you go, wait, I just drove here? Like, how did I get here?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it freaks me out every time.
You're like, you're just used to it.
You're on autopilot every time. Oh my gosh, every time I would like hit over like a bump or something, in my head, I'm like, I just ran over a dead body. Like, I'm definitely gonna, like, something just happened. It's crazy.
Is it sort of the same thing on those long flights? Because you guys are already off.
Yeah.
You know, first night, you guys are out of the mansion. Yeah. Long flights ahead.
I will say it's different raw dogging a 16-hour flight without your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you watch TV?
Yeah, there were TVs on the plane. So
you could watch the TV on the plane.
But like 16 hours of TV is
right.
too much.
But that's also like the only time you could watch TV, right?
I had a TV in my hotel room.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't have...
Yeah, well, you are the Bachelorette, right? Did you have a TV on Joey's season?
I did not, no.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
No, that is so true. I feel like that has been like such a funny discussion topic right now too, is like all the TikToks of people that are like, I'm about to raw dog this 8-hour flight, no music, no headphones, like no,
I'm like I've been doing that. Like,
I know that is crazy. Well, that, I mean, I guess it is kind of reminiscent, right, of like when we talked to Kelsey and Joey. Kelsey was like, look, I would like listen to the same songs that the plane had because I just could. That's all I had. Just plug my headphones into the plane for like whatever music they had on there.
I was listening to like Australian classical music.
right.
Soothing.
Right.
Soothing.
Oh my gosh. Now my attention span couldn't not.
No, I think this is it's an obvious question, but it's kind of bold at the same time. It's like, how did you feel about the selection of men when you got there?
Yeah.
You know, like what was your initial thought seeing everybody without even like really getting to know them yet?
I was honestly really, really excited. I felt like each and every one of them were so easy to talk to, so I knew that there was potential already in the room for these connections to really grow. But I was just so excited. Like I said, like I love to flirt, and I was having just so much fun with them, and they were all just like giving it back and like having a good time with it. So I was excited about that.
Who had the most shocking limo entrance?
The butt cheeks. Like I remember he was like rolling up the limo rolling up the driveway. And I didn't for sure know what was happening yet, and I have really bad eyesight, and I thought that I was seeing something under his gown, and I was like, what is going on? Like, why is this man not wearing pants? I must be imagining things. And then I forgot about it when he came up and talked to me, and then he turned around and I was like, oh, he's just like not wearing anything. Got it.
That's a nice way to take you by surprise.
Shocked.
Were you like, oh, I'm in for it this season?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did that scare you at all? Because then you had to like there was a big reveal. It was when he took off all the masks, the whatever you call it, bandages on his head, and it was like, hey, here I am. Like, what, that is pressure because you have to like react the right way.
right. Because if you're like, oh,
we're good.
Yeah.
I was just so confused by the whole thing, and I was just like, you know what? I love the message behind it though.
Yes.
You know, it was kind of like, I want you to know my personality, not my face, kind of thing. But I was also
and my ass first.
Yeah. But also in my head, I was also like, okay, really bold. Like, you got to be really hot now.
Right. That's what and it was funny watching the commentary from the other guys, right? because they were like, people are saying like
it's a celebrity.
Like they're all playing telephone in the mansion. They're probably like whispering each other's ears. I heard it's this person. Right. I heard thinking it's maybe an ex-contestant. The whole thing's so crazy. But there were some good ones. There were some cute ones. You have some favorites, some standouts.
Definitely. The balloons.
I thought the balloons was cute.
I love because it just reminded me of the movie Up.
Yeah.
And it's so nostalgic. Yeah. So I thought it was so cute.
And they had the best love story.
Yeah. I know. It just makes me so sad.
That's a classic. It's a classic.
Isn't that just the goal? Yeah. And you know what? I also really loved the friendship bracelet. I thought was really cute.
Big ode to Taylor Swift. I loved it. I was like, you know me. You get
that's relevant. That's cute. That's cute.
I like something cute and classy and like right into the point. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy.
I kind of like the crazy ones too.
Yeah. Well,
like it gives you something to talk about.
That is true.
It's like I can't believe you actually lied with your ass cheeks.
Right.
Or the puppies. Oh my gosh, that was my favorite. I'm sorry, I take it back.
Puppies is a move. I don't know how that hasn't been a thing every season.
I know.
How do they not pick one lucky person to be the puppy person?
Yeah, because you're automatically drawn to the puppies.
Exactly.
I couldn't pay attention to him.
I guess maybe it's a hindrance.
Yeah, right.
I know.
Maybe it actually is not a good thing.
Right. You remember the puppies, but do you remember him?
Right.
That's the big question.
Yeah, that's the puppy guy.
Puppy guy. He was just like forever puppy guy.
Looking at the puppies. The Corvette was a bold move.
Yes.
And there was like kind of an ensuing awkward moment after that where you guys were in the car and then you were interrupted by Brian.
So awkward.
And he like wanted to kick him out of the car. I mean, you just sat there. What was going through your head?
I was like, I'm gonna let the boys figure out their little drama here. So they figure out how to be men. And listen, I mean, I'm all for a little tea. I think drama is great to see like how people react in it and how people solve drama. So it's kind of like, well, this isn't really any of my business.
Right. Just see how this plays out.
See how this unfolds.
Yeah.
Like, will he get out of the car?
Right. Yeah. I was going to ask, what's your, tolerance policy on drama happening in the house? Because past seasons, it's a, oh, he said, or she said, she said. And you really never know. But the viewers watching going, how do they not know the truth? But you're kind of blind to it.
You're blind to it. And that's why I'm kind of excited to watch this all back too, because I'm excited to kind of see the perspectives and the conversations going on in the house, because I don't get to see that part. Yeah. So I'm psyched to see that part. But with drama, like I don't know. I think for me, as long as it didn't interfere with my connections with certain people, I wasn't too worried about it. Like, as long as people didn't make it the basis of every single conversation, I was good with it,
So true. When it becomes the only thing you're talking about, then you don't have a connection. It's just about the drama.
Yeah, exactly.
What is your take on if somebody has seen the show before versus somebody who doesn't know anything about the show? Yeah. Where do you land on that?
I think everybody knows about the show.
Yeah.
You at least know about it. And if you say that you don't, you're lying.
Right, exactly. But like super fan status versus like
for sure.
a casual, like I've seen it.
I mean, it can go both ways, really. I think, and I would hope that anyone coming into this journey is going to do it because they truly see that, a connection could form and that you could, and that I want them to at least be open to love,
Totally.
And that's all I was really asking for.
Right. Just to have that, like, something could happen.
Yeah.
But there's other benefits as well.
I mean, I think people do go on thinking that for sure.
Yeah.
How much do you think you're paying in subscriptions every month? The answer is probably more than you think. Over 74% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. I definitely have done it before plenty of times, like when I subscribe to read an article, or a free trial, I'm trying out a new app. It's like, 2-week free trial. And then you completely forget about it and you've been paying for it for months. Thanks to Rocket Money, I'm no longer wasting money on the ones I forgot about. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. With Rocket Money, you have full control over your subscriptions and a clear view of your expenses. You can see all of your subscriptions in one place, and if you see something you don't want, Rocket Money can help you cancel it with a few taps. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. So stop wasting time on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/chicks. That's rocketmoney.com/chicks. rocketmoney.com/chicks. There are so many different ways night one goes, right? You have some leads that kiss everybody. You have some leads that don't. You were a little more reserved. Why did you feel like you wanted to like kind of go that route? Did you not like? Because I feel like you had your first kiss, but it was just with the first impression rose.
Yeah, for me, I think that, well, I know myself, and I know that it takes a little bit for me to want to like get to that physical level with someone. Yeah. Like I honestly think like a kiss is one of like the most intimate things you can do with somebody. And so I knew going into night one I wasn't gonna kiss everybody. I just knew for me it was gonna take a little bit more and a few more conversations to get there. But I wasn't limiting myself in terms of I'm only gonna kiss this amount of people or anything. I really just went into it thinking I'm gonna feel each relationship and see where I get with them at that point, and if I feel like it's right. So
I love that. And I think it's just like feeling it out for yourself. If you want to do it, you will. If you don't, you won't. Yeah. And I totally respect like needing more of a connection, needing to know the personality a bit more before getting to that physical level, which you know, everybody has their own way in which they
were trying. It was a hot topic all night. They were like, who's going to get a kiss?
I know.
Right.
I know. But
is it funny like watching that back and be like, oh my God, I can't believe they were all talking about this?
Yeah, I had no idea. But you know, everyone moves differently, and I'm glad like, you know, the guys kind of felt it out. Yeah. You know?
Right. Everybody was respectful about it. What was it about?
And a compliment to want to kiss you.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
You're the Bachelorette. You want, you know?
I want to be kissed.
Yeah, exactly.
What drew you to Sam? Because he did get the first impression rose.
Yeah.
What about him stuck out to you?
I think for me during the night, I just was thinking like I want to give this rose out to someone who makes me feel the most comfortable and something. And with him, like I just kept thinking back to him in our conversation. So I was like, I think it should go to Sam because I had just had such a good time talking to him, and I thought that our connection was really genuine in the moment, and it just felt so comfortable. So it was an easy answer for me then.
What I know you kind of mentioned it a little bit throughout the show of like, you know, you've had tough past relationships and some toxic relationships. I'm not gonna lie, when you pick Sam, I was like, I think I see the pattern. Because he came off to me like, I think it's because of the look. He has like this, I don't know how many seasons of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette you've watched. I've watched a lot.
Not many, actually.
But he gives like this like Sean Booth, Juan Pablo, suave kind of vibe. And I mean, granted, they did so well on the show, but I was like, I could tell, I was like, oh, this guy is smooth. And it's like, I was like, and I obviously I don't know what happens, but he could be the guy you picked because another thing that I think is so great and also shows women's intuition is The Bachelorette. A lot like the odds I think of them picking their first impression rose. There's been a lot.
Yeah,
I've heard that. Yeah,
there has been a lot. So he stood out to me in a way, but in a way that was like I was like, ooh, he could be sneaky.
Interesting. Noted.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'm putting it. And then when I saw the preview, I was like, I could have been onto something here.
You never know what's to happen now.
You never know.
It's so tough, like, you know, talking to you at the beginning of the season. Because it's like, you know, we want to talk about everything. We want to talk about the people. But I also am like, when she was just saying that, I didn't even look at your face. Because I'm like, I don't even want to know what she is feeling about. Just because it's like, you don't want to get spoiled, you know, at the same time.
It is tough, but and once again, the show is so good at giving us this full season teaser and trailer, and you think you know what happens, and it's always something different, or because it felt like it was like, oh, the season, the trailer really makes you think like, oh, I don't really know how this goes. It kind of sounds like there might be, you know, the rose, putting the rose back on the stand in the final in the finale. It's like, oh shit, okay. Like,
I mean, listen, there were so many twists and turns throughout the journey. Like I truly was on the edge of my seat every day, being like, what new developments are going to be happening? Who's going to show up? How am I going to feel? Like every day something new is happening. So I really do feel like it was.
You did have an ex show up, right? Or I mean, it was in the trailer. Or I guess you can't say.
Yeah, it was. It was more of like somebody shows up.
up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Juicy.
Yeah.
And now I feel like this happens every season, but it's always like something that's never happened before. And I think you've said that.
Yes, I did say that. Yeah. It definitely was some, like, the way that things played out and the way that it ended for sure is like a first. Yeah. And I'm very excited about that.
Wow. Gosh, it gets me every time.
I know.
Every single time I am roped into this something that has never happened before.
Listen, I wouldn't say it if it weren't true.
Yeah. So you guys immediately are off traveling right off the bat. Did you know that was going to be the plan, that you were going to be able to like say to the guys, hey, we're going to Australia right away?
Yeah, so Jesse had told me that night, actually, so it's not like I didn't know like weeks before. I found out that night, which I was
that's a surprise.
Yeah, I was so excited about it. It was crazy, and I was so excited to be able to break the news to the boys too. Yeah. And what a shocker. Like I feel so grateful that I was even like granted that opportunity. Like I've always wanted to go to Australia, so
it's like a bucket list destination.
It is. It always is, right? So it's definitely on mine.
I know. So I'm like, immediately I was like, oh my gosh, if they're starting in Australia,
who knows where else they're
going, you know?
Yeah.
Like what a cool,
it's insane,
cool season, and like to be able to travel like that.
The travel was so nice.
And such a quick turnaround, because it was like that conversation at Joey's finale to you filming right away, and then you're off to the races immediately. What was the like biggest point that you wanted to get across when you had that first sit down with Jesse Palmer the night that you were announced? Like, what did you want to, display to the world that you're like, you know what, I'm becoming the Bachelorette?
I think I really just wanted to show, who I was and show what I wanted out of this journey. And I wanted to find my person, and I wanted to have some fun with it too.
Yeah. It's amazing. Well, we're so excited to continue watching and to see what happens, because like we said, it's never happened before. So everybody tune in. You know the drill. The Bachelorette on Mondays, ABC, 8 o'clock. Jen, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for joining us, and we will be following along. So
I love that. I can't wait to see what you guys think.
Thank you so much, Jen.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much, and we hope you have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to you on Friday. Lots to catch up on.
Lots to catch up on. Movie night tonight. I know,
but we couldn't talk about it because it's not out yet for us, but it'll already be out by the time you listen to this. So we'll talk about everything for Friday, and we love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Kisses, kisses. Talk to you Friday.